your symptoms. Be a survivor, not the victim. Treat your body right.
Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. I'm living my life at its best, y'all. No stress, good health.
Love, peace, and blessings, health conscious community. This is Sakina with Natural Max Health. And as always, I thank you so very much for tuning in and watching my channel. So last week, I wrapped up a series on how to relieve symptoms that were associated with eczema and psoriasis. So as promised, this week I will be starting a new series on not only reversing eczema and psoriasis, but pretty much reversing all illnesses or all diseases, if you will. Prior to me studying with herbalist Kareem, there were three major doctors that I followed and studied. One being Dr. Charlotte Gerson, Dr. Sebi, and Dr. Joe Wallach. Now, all three of these doctors had their theories on what caused diseases or illnesses, and they pretty much were the same. Dr. Gerson, her theory was there was one disease, and that was toxicity and mineral deficiency. Dr. Sebi always said there was one disease, and that was mucus, which would also include, be a part of toxicity. Dr. Joe Wallach's, his theory is that the reason behind diseases are mineral deficiency. So when you take all three of these doctors and combine their theories, they're all pretty much saying the same thing. That the root causes of sicknesses, illnesses, or diseases are one, toxicity, which does include mucus or different toxicities you may get from outdoors, and mineral deficiency. Now let's go back to toxicity for a moment. Whenever you get toxicity in your body, any foreign object, something that should not be there, your body is going to create more mucus to get rid of it. And as it creates more mucus, you get excess mucus. And then whatever part of the body where you develop this excess mucus in, you will develop some sort of symptom or disease. So that's why Dr. Sebi said there was one disease, and that was mucus, whereas Dr. Gerson considered it toxicity. So when you really look at it that way, they're both saying the same thing. So basically what we are going to look at for the next few weeks is how to get to the root cause of all diseases and illnesses or symptoms. And as the slogan of my business is, heal your body, not your symptoms. Because when you treat symptoms, you're not getting to the root cause of it. Now let's take me for an example. I am still on a journey of healing my body from eczema and psoriasis. For those you have been following me, you see I've come a very, very long way. One of the symptoms that I had associated with my eczema and psoriasis is that I got extremely dark, very dark. Well, now my color is starting to come back, and that has its own set of challenges. And for the most part, I do believe, I'm happy to say that I'm pretty much over the eczema and psoriasis. I pretty much reversed that. I'm just dealing with the part now of my natural complexion coming back. So here's the thing. If I had only treated the eczema and the psoriasis, meaning if I only put creams on them, or if I just got shots or steroids just to create the symptoms, whatever the underlying problem was, it still would have been there. Not only would it still have been there, it would have manifested and caused other illness and sicknesses in my body. So that's why you have to heal your body and not your symptoms. So as many people, you may not know the root cause of your problem. Say like for me again with the eczema and psoriasis. Wasn't really sure what the root problem was. I was diagnosed with eczema at a very, very young age as an infant, and I was also diagnosed with digestive disorder, which could very well, in my opinion, be where the eczema and psoriasis came from. So naturally, at the beginning stage of my journey, I started working on my digestive disorder, my gut, and things like that. But then I still have to ask myself, where did the digestive disorder come from? How did I get that? So when you are trying to heal your body, you have to start with the smallest organism, because you may or may not know what is the root cause. And the smallest organism on your body is going to be your cells. That's why you may hear a lot of people saying healing at the cellular level, or our products work at the cellular level. It's because they know that you have to have healthy cells in order to have a healthy body. Consider your cells to be the foundation. If your foundation is sick and toxic, then your body is going to be sick and toxic. Now, each person is different. For me, my main symptom was eczema and psoriasis. Someone else may get liver disease. Someone else may get cancer. Another person may have gallbladder issues. Each person, how your body responds to toxic cells depend on the person. So basically, over the next few weeks, we are going to talk about healing your body and not the symptoms, and get into the root cause, which is going to be those cells. We are going to talk about removing toxins and waste from the body. We are going to talk about nourishment, getting nutrition in the body, what some vitamins like B12 are not necessarily found in food. Magnesium is not found in a lot of foods. So those are supplements that you may have to take separately or get outside your food. We will talk about, is supplementation good for you? What's the best way to get minerals? What's the best way to get your vitamins? And another subject that I like to add to the topic outside of toxicity, removing toxicity and waste from the cell and making sure that you're getting the proper minerals, I also want to add inflammation in there. That is one cause or one symptom that caused me a lot of problem. And I find that reducing inflammation really help to alleviate some of the symptoms. Now too, we also want to be proactive, not reactive. You don't want to wait until you have inflammation and then try to remove the inflammation. We want to do things to our body that's going to help reduce inflammation. And we also want to avoid putting things in our bodies that would cause inflammation, such as vegetable oils or your canola oils. These are very toxic and they cause inflammation in the body. And we will deal with that a lot later. And we will also deal with the mineral deficiencies, removing toxins and waste from the body. These are the subjects that we are going to cover in the next few weeks. So if you are trying to reverse a certain illness in your body, or if you are caring for small children or even teenage children or adult children, if you as a parent, your job is never done. You're always concerned about your children. Or maybe you're caring for your parents. Whatever your situation may be, if you need to get to the root cause of a sickness or an illness and you want to reverse it, make sure you stay tuned in with me for the next few weeks, because these are all topics we are going to cover. Now, I do want to put this disclaimer out there. Whenever you are healing your body naturally, and by naturally, I mean 1, using herbal medicine, 2, removing toxin and waste from your body, removing inflammation, and getting in those mineral and nutrients. Whenever you're healing your body naturally, it takes a long time because you're not just treating the symptoms, but you are reversing the symptoms. You are reversing the illness. You're going deep down into your body at the cellular level, and you are providing healing to your body at the cellular level. Another thing that you also should know is, let's say you have multiple sicknesses, multiple illnesses, or multiple diseases. When you begin to heal your body of one disease or one symptom, your body is going to heal every disease. It's going to heal from every disease. It's going to heal from every illness, every symptom that you have. So this is why you want to start the healing on the cellular level. Now, it will take time. As I have mentioned, I have been on my journey almost 3 years now. In June, it would be 3 years for me that I've been on this journey. And you also have to keep in mind that once something manifests in your body, once you know you have a liver disease, or for me, once I knew, that the eczema and psoriasis, once I had the really bad flare up, it didn't just happen overnight, or it did not happen once you got diagnosed, but it would happen in the making for weeks and months, sometimes even years. Sometimes once you're diagnosed with a disease or an illness, your body may have been having problems, or it may have been manifesting for the last 10 years or so. So it's unrealistic to think that your body is going to be cured in a month or 2 months or even 3 months. It's going to take time. The rule of thumb is, when you're healing your body naturally, it takes about 2 months for every year you had the problem. So for me, I started mine off, since I was diagnosed as an infant. I went way back to my infancy, and I calculated at the time that I had the problem over 40 years. So I calculated it would take my body about 4 years to heal from the disease that I was fighting. And it's been about accurate. Like I said, in June, it would be 3 years since I've been on my healing journey. And although the eczema and psoriasis, I do believe, has been reversed, I'm still dealing with the symptom of my skin that got very dark, and now my color is coming to come back. So I would say it's pretty accurate. It may not take me the full 4 years, and that would be great. I welcome that. And I think that what may have helped me is, prior to the flare-up, I had already been on a health journey. I had already given up certain foods. I had given up dairy. I had given up processed foods. For the most part, my diet wasn't always perfect, but for the most part, I had given up a lot of processed foods. I had given up dairy. I had been on a healthy plant-based diet for about 4 years when I had the flare-up, which is why you have to understand that diet is not going to be the only issue when reversing a disease. It's going to be diet, it's going to be cleansing, it's going to be removing toxicity from the body. It's going to be a host of different arts, grounding, stretching, deep breathing. There are so many different things when it comes to healing our bodies. So I hope that you will stick with me, join me on my journey, maybe start your own journey, and let's learn together, let's heal together. So we will start this next week. Hopefully, just from this video, you was able to learn something, able to pick something out of it. Even if it's nothing but just knowing how to reverse diseases and how to start there. So that is all for today. I pray that you all will join me next week and for the following weeks as we start a new series on reversing diseases or reversing symptoms, or healing your body and not your symptoms. So that is all for today. I thank you so much for joining me. I thank you so much for watching my video. If you are excited about what we're going to be learning, or if you learned anything about today's video, I hope that you will like it and share it with other people who may also be on a healing journey, or who need to start a healing journey. Please like the video because it does help the algorithms and it will help other people to see the video. So until next time, I pray that you will be well. God bless you. Take care and have a great healthy week. Ta-ta!